The Parsha begins by saying, "See, I present before you today a blessing and a curse." Moshe informed the people about the blessings and curses that would be recited on the two mountains. And the pasuk, the verse, begins with the word re'eh, see, which is in the singular form. It then continues with livneichem, before you, which is in the plural form. Why? Rabbi Melech Biderman explains, when we find ourselves in an inconvenient situation, we may become distressed and upset that such a curse, open inverted commas, close inverted commas, has happened. For example, if one gets stuck in traffic and misses one's flight and as a result loses out on a big business deal. But the truth is that it can actually turn out to be a blessing. It's possible that the loss of money is meant as an atonement for something we did or to prevent something worse from occurring. The Torah is alluding to this message by putting see in the singular form, for there is really only one, capital O, that knows what something really is, and that is Hashem. A man once asked Shlomo HaMelech, King Solomon, to teach him the language of the birds, and King Solomon refused, explaining that it wasn't a good idea to be familiar with it. But the man persisted and persisted, so Shlomo taught it to him. One day the man was walking down the street and listened to the birds chirping, and they were talking about him, saying that tonight all his sheep were going to die. And he thought to himself, this is horrible news, but at least I can sell them before that happens. And so indeed, he sold his sheep. A few days later, he listened to the birds chirping, and again they were talking about him, saying his house was going to burn down. He quickly sold his house, must have been the Cape Town property market that it was snapped up so quickly, thinking to himself, it's a good thing that I know bird language. I'm saving myself so much money. The next day, he heard the bird saying that tonight he would die. He ran to King Solomon and told him what had happened. Shlomo HaMelech replied, now you'll understand why I didn't want you to know the language of the birds. You did a certain sin for which you deserved a severe punishment, but Hashem, in his great kindness, wanted to give you a clean slate by giving you a small punishment, killing all your sheep. However, you didn't allow him to do that, so he moved on to your house. You still do not allow him to do so, and therefore the only thing that Hashem could give you to provide you with atonement was your death. So often we see only the surface. We think something is bad, but really it's not. With time, and it may not be in this world, we will understand why it was the best thing. And again, we've spoken many times that we do cry out when we're in pain. It's a normal human response, but it's about having the awareness that everything is for the best. And look for it in your lives, no matter how small. I'll give a really small example, but a shop was having a special online for Lindt, my favorite chocolate. And I ordered 10 slabs, but the voucher code I had for free delivery wasn't working. And if I had to pay for delivery, it wouldn't be such a special. And I tried and I contacted their customer support twice, but I didn't get anywhere. And I was frustrated. Lo and behold, later on, I received an email from a different store with an even better special for Lindt. Now, it wasn't a huge amount that I saved, but noticing Hashem in the small stuff trains us to trust him in the big stuff. And that's so important now, when we wake up every day to things that look and feel like a curse, but to remember that there is only one who knows what things really are. Good Shabbos, good Chodesh.